Hello and welcome. I am Oyiza Adaba, coming to you from the Africa Related studio in New York. Today we're talking about none other than President Jerry Rawlings. Jerry Rawlings, an illustrious career as the president of Ghana, is dead. President Rawlings was born as Jerry John Rawlings on the 22nd of June in 1947. He was a Ghanaian military officer and a politician who had led the country from 1981 to 2001. And for a brief period in 1979, he led a military junta in 1982 and then served 2 terms as a democratically elected president of Ghana. Again, the news came yesterday, November 12th, that President Rawlings had died. So we use today to talk about this great man and some of the highlights of his career and what made him him. This picture you're seeing here is one of his last public appearances. This was at the burial of his mom. And you could see him there with the current president of Ghana, John Akufo-Addo. And it was an event that just happened. She was buried on the 24th of October, I believe, very recently. And it's shocking to, see him at this event and then subsequently just hear of his passing just yesterday. So we mourn him. We also celebrate him in Africa because he's a very well known African figure, Pan Africanist. Even though he came into power as a military man, he is known as the president of the people. I recall a story with President Rawlings where I landed at Kotoka International Airport in Ghana, and I just got out of the terminal building after getting my luggage, and there he was in the parking lot. And I was shocked to see a former president, by himself in the parking lot of no security. And, for me as a Nigerian, that is just beyond shocking. And of course, I walked up to him. I'd met him several times prior and introduced myself again and asked him what he was doing there. And he said he was there to pick up family members. So that is the nature of, the president, President Jerry Rawlings. He felt free to go anywhere he needed and wasn't phased at all. He was also very vocal, very, very vocal. Anyone who knew him at all just knew that he was one down to earth human being, and he spoke his mind and very, very well respected. I'd like to share with you again um, some more about President Rawlings and also about his mom. His mom passed recently. She was a beautiful woman. I'm gonna get her pictures up in a minute. But I'm gonna put her up so that you can see, and then we will talk about her. There we go. Madam Victoria Agbotui, raising a president. This woman raised this man that became president in Ghana and led the country. So it's touching to know. And she passed on the 24th of September. She passed on the 24th of September and was buried on the 24th of October. And shortly after, President Rawlings passed. We'll just show you some few pictures. We're going to talk some more about this man. Of course, the tributes from all over the world are coming in, pouring in for President Rawlings. One of the things that really impressed me, and I'd share that shortly, is that he he spoke as an African. He spoke about Nigeria. He spoke when issues were wrong. He did not hide whatever it is that was on his mind. And this is one of the last tweets from President Rawlings during the NSAS movement. And, he, of course, could see what was going on in Nigeria, and he felt the need to lend his voice to it. And this is what President Rawlings wrote: "My heart goes out to Nigeria and Nigerians, and I encourage all to move toward non-violent engagement. All conscientious citizens of Africa must condemn the bloodshed and call on all parties to act with integrity before the crisis gets out of control. We call for integrity and the circumspection of all personnels involved." So, indeed, you can tell that he was a Pan Africanist, and he took any and every issue about Africa. Nigeria, his next door neighbor and not so distant cousin. He took every issue to heart, and was very much interested in the polity, and what was going on, especially in Ghana. Highly respected. No saint. He's very down to earth. Some could may describe him even as brash, and but he's a man that says what he means. And that is President Rawlings for you. I would share with you again shortly, and be able to talk about him in a little while. Some of those scenes from, I think it's very significant for me, especially because this were some of the scenes from the last his last outing, his last public outing. And like I said earlier, that was the funeral of his mom, of his dear mom, who had passed in bear with me a second, who had passed in October. So I'll just take you quickly to that, and share it with you. There we go. Hmm. Yeah, so these were scenes um, from from his last outing, his last public outing, uh, funeral for his late mom, Madam Victoria Agbotui. I know that Ghanaian. This was during COVID, so you can also see the protocols. We tried. We're being observed to the best of their ability. All their masks and all. That's former First Lady Nana Rawlings. His mom was beautiful, wasn't she? Indeed. Guests and dignitaries, and like I said earlier, the president of Ghana, John Akufo-Addo, was also, that's him right there, in attendance. So these were scenes from when we last saw President Rawlings publicly. He didn't look frail, or it was a funeral, but he was himself. And shortly after this, we hear that you know we hear that he's passed. Mm. A rich life, though, a rich life that he's lived. Rawlings came into power in Ghana first as a flight lieutenant of the Ghana Air Force following a coup d'etat in 1979. Prior to that, he had led an unsuccessful coup attempt against the ruling military government on May 15th, 1979, just 5 weeks before scheduled democratic elections were due to take place. Now, after handing over power to a civilian government, he took back control of the country in December 31st of December 1981 as chairman of the Provincial National Defense Council. In 1992, Rawlings resigned from the military, founded the National Democratic Congress, and became the first president of the Fourth Republic. He was re-elected in 1996 for 4 more years. After 2 terms in office, the limit according to the Ghanaian constitution, Rawlings endorsed his vice president, John Atta Mills, as president candidate in 2000. And Rawlings also served as Africa Union envoy to Somalia. He was born John Jerry Rawlings on the 22nd of June, 1947 in Accra, Ghana, to Victoria Agbotui and Ewe from Zelupe Keita. I've been to Keita. And James Ramsay John, a chemist from Castle Douglas in Scotland. And that's how he came to be. He was married to Nana Koneado Agiman. They met in Achimota College, and they had 3 daughters and 1 son. And that is, his education and his military career has just been, nothing short of impressive. And like I said earlier, well respected by by leaders worldwide. And, the tributes coming in from all over the world, just leaders in condolences with what is going on with sudden passing of the former Ghanaian president, Jerry Rawlings. We see so many leaders all over the world paying him tribute. Lovely pictures of him, his boisterous and self, full of character, full of jokes, and always a kind word to say, ready to talk to anybody and unafraid. This is an end of an era and a life well lived and a life well spent. So we pay tribute at Africa Related today to President John Jerry Rawlings. Rest in peace. I'm Oyiza Adaba. Until next time, thank you for watching.